Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv here. I'm at Animaticon 2021 with Mr. John Hoelscher.
Hello.
So it's been a while since we had the chance to talk to you. It's at ColossalCon 2018. How have you been in the last couple of years?
What year is it?
2021.
Oh, crap, I forgot something. No, I've been doing pretty good, actually. Just keeping it low-key, to be honest, and just waiting for our opportunity to actually come up for 2022. Came down this weekend trying to get reacclimated to the con life. So, yeah, so definitely.
It's been a big change because I keep telling everybody we're here at your con. Yeah. So, as we all know, unfortunately, COVID-19 has dealt a big blow to everyone. Matsuricon has had to skip last year and this year. But what can we look forward to for 2022?
I think, honestly, with 2022, I think it's going to be kind of, we want to say kind of a rebirth and a resurgence of Matsuricon and kind of go back a little bit to our roots. So, obviously, we're going to have the same things that makes Matsuricon, but a little new wrinkles, little new things as we inject new blood into the con scene itself. So, a little bit of old, a little bit of new.
And speaking of that, we're changing up the theme. So, where are we potentially going? We've unfortunately done it with the Olympic theme, but we're going to potentially do a new theme. Is there any hints that you can give?
それは秘密です.
All right. So for fans waiting for Matsuricon 22, we have a small event taking place on August in Columbus. What can fans expect when we do that small little event?
Well, are we talking about the
photo shoot?
The photo shoot? Yeah. So basically people coming out and cosplay and actually getting together. It's like the first time Matsuricon fans actually get together at almost a year and a half to come out and actually do some cosplay in a nice, safe area with a bunch of friends, get some photography together. I know people have cosplays in their closet that they've been itching to wear. They come on down. We're going to be doing a couple of those throughout the year.
Okay.
So just kind of like just showing that we're actually still around. We're going to be on-ramping Matsuricon with certain events every month until the con itself. So look forward to actually seeing more events.
Awesome. Now, you continue to make strong connections for the press department. How's that been going over the past few years? I know that we've brought out some wonderful people from the West Coast to help move the East Coast people along. Yeah. How's it like trying to make those connections more and more fluid and more translucent?
I think the biggest key is actually communication between all the teams. To be honest, right. It's more so. Well, sometimes like some people we get from the West Coast, they have a different way of doing things, and we don't want to actually adopt that into our show because we've done things a little different in the past. And I feel like a amalgam of both what we've done in the past and what the new things that we see actually will be more beneficial for all of our press going into the future.
I think so too. As one of the press corps, I think that's probably a good thing, is learning from one another. Now, talking about the funness about Matsuricon is that it also still has a charity. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do much because of the pandemic, but what could we potentially see coming forward for 2022?
I think a little bit more of the same. We're kind of in the early stages right now, so I can't really speak to much, but look for more of the same. We always like getting one of a kind autographed items from different conventions, different locations. So definitely look for things like that, and also just more items, more things to part your money with.
So you mean like the gigantic Pope picture you have hanging up in your house?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So jumping into what you're more passionate about in terms of sports, we're going to jump into some football, which thankfully John's here to make sure I don't screw these up.
Sports, football. All
right, so going along with this, a lot has changed going on in the AFC North. What are you seeing, and what are your predictions for the 2021 season?
For the entire division?
For AFC North.
Okay, so honestly, we'll go bottom off. So first of all, Pittsburgh's in the cellar.
Thank you.
Pittsburgh's in the cellar. I think honestly, I could potentially see all three teams. I could see three teams from the AFC North going to the playoffs. Okay. So I could see Cincinnati getting positive at about 9-7, or was it 9-8? No, because they're doing 17 games.
Yeah.
So they can get 10-7. I think I can get you in the playoffs.
That'd be fair.
That's until Cincinnati gets a footing. It's unfortunately going to be a battle between Baltimore and Cleveland.
Wow.
So honestly, I think Baltimore has shown that they can actually do stuff, and it pains me to say it as I'm vomiting in my mouth. And you hear it first. Cleveland may take the division.
Thanks. As a Cleveland boy, thank you.
Oh, I hate saying that, but I think Cleveland has the weapons. They have the weapons. Baker Mayfield is the real deal.
He's actually, you know what? Over the years, he's really improved.
And what Cleveland has is a stellar defense.
Right.
Now led by Garrett, and
They've come up with new skills and techniques to go around, all the new rules.
that defense is scary. So scary.
They've got good hands in the long ball too.
I expect Cleveland. It's their division to take.
Well, hopefully they will this year. So again, speaking more sports, and most importantly, fantasy football. Tell us about more of the 3 wide receiver set for the Bengals. Who will lead and who's all getting the ball this year?
Oh, that's a hard one because you have Tyler Boyd, who technically is their number 1, but he's a slot receiver and he's more possession. So that's going to be Burrow's escape valve. Okay. I think Higgins is going to be your number 1 for early on in the season because he's more experienced. But I think as you go in the season, if you're looking for value early, to keep in, Jamar Chase. He's going to get anything 20 yards or more. He's going to actually get those balls because he's fast. He's good on his feet. So if anything, I'd say if you're gonna draft Jamar Chase a little late, that's just keep him on the bench until he's ready. About week 4, week 5, when they're starting to implement those different wide receiver sets, you'll make hay. You'll make hay.
So more like a steady long ball character rather than a quick grab and go character.
Yeah, he's fast. He's very fast. He is someone they needed to actually outrun the secondary, and he's stellar hands. He knows Joe Burrow. I think honestly at the midpoint of the season he's gonna be your number 1. He's gonna be double teamed, and he's still gonna get the ball.
John, more sports or no? All right.
Aww.
Alrighty. So, speaking of the projects, do we have any spare projects other than the charity and Matsuricon coming up for fans? So, like we said, we're going to have a project we're going to do is the cosplay stuff in the park. We're going to have some charity stuff coming up. Is there any other projects you want fans to know about for Matsuricon 2022?
Right now, it's really early to tell with certain projects because we're still like 13 months out right now. But definitely, I know there are certain things in the works I can't really talk about right now because it's so early planning. It's the only reason why, because we don't know. We're looking at seeing feasibility and all that fun stuff.
Now, where can fans keep up so we can get that information to fans? And what would you like to say to fans that have been supporting you, unfortunately, through the pandemic?
Well, first of all, we appreciate everyone actually supporting us through this pandemic. It's been actually a rough time for everyone. It's been a rough time for me and for the board of directors and the staff because we wanted to make this con go off this year. It wasn't in the cards, and we were really disappointed. But I know everyone's clamoring to come back. We just ask people to hang on a little longer. We will be back for 22. That it is going to happen. We just don't know when that's going to be because we're working out and fine-tuning everything. However, you want to keep track of us in the meantime. It's the big 4 actually got a website, matsuricon.org, Facebook, Matsuricon, 2 Facebooks actually. You have the web page, you have the Facebook page, and you have the group. There you can actually interact and actually talk with us. We have Twitter at Matsuricon. You have Instagram at Matsuricon. So there are multiple ways to actually interact with us and we have Twitch at Matsuricon too. You do, yeah, so definitely 5 ways to interact with us. Five ways.
Well, that's a great dish at Skyline.
Yeah, and 5 guys.
Yeah, sure too. Thank you so much for coming out and talking with us. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.